Hi there guys, so I'm back with a video today on here, so a vlog, my bad. I already started off in a funny way, so I've got a slight hiccup and stuff. Anyways, the last night and the night before, my sleep has been really hard to, just to actually get a good few hours and restful sleep. And it's made my thinking a lot more fragmented and my thoughts are slow. I slept around 3 hours last night, and the rest was just tossing and turning. So I'm around 25 days into the metazapine withdrawal, and besides, of course, the more affluent cognitive thinking and slight, easier way to fetch words and make sentences. The difficult side is the sleep and the food as well. Food intake has been affected, like I mentioned. So the purpose for this video today, however, is I want to talk about my last few vlogs I've posted on here. So maybe all. I think I've got around 90 vlogs on here now. And that's literally 3 months worth of videos, like daily, if you actually look at that, in the calendar sense. So I did a review on one of my videos. I think it was the one I recorded around a week ago or something. So I was sat right here. And what I did do is I did check a vlog review. So I followed Vin, speech coach. I followed his criteria to sort of mark and assess your vlogs and your speech and your gestures and everything else. So I did a visual review first, and then I did a audio review, and then I did a transcript review as well. And what I found is, all in all, so putting all 3 reviews together, I scored a 3 out of 10. And I'm the one that's, of course, doing the review here. So I judged myself. I first listened to the vlog without the visual. I found out that I use a lot of filler words and I use a lot of non-words. So, and things like that. And, the whole purpose for me, like when I started this, is to make it easier for me to flow more naturally in social settings and just organize my thoughts in more clear way. So words like so that I just used a second ago is sort of engraved into my speech vocabulary, and I'm trying to get rid of that. The only way that I found out I can stay away from words like that is by taking pauses, and that's what I need to do when it comes to my audio side. So you see, it just comes out naturally now. It's like whenever I finish a sentence and I think of the next one, I say so. What I need to do from now on is I need to focus directly on the camera as I'm doing on this vlog here. Usually I pan around, and that's the visual review. I found out that I don't usually focus directly on the camera because it sort of makes me uncomfortable. If you catch me in this video, I'm taking a while to think of words, or I'm sort of slowed down in comparison to the previous videos. It's because I'm trying to slightly correct the habits that I was used to in the last the last 90 vlogs. It will take a while, and it definitely feels uncomfortable, bearing in mind my sleep withdrawal is affecting a lot of things. So if I go back to the audio, my voice, if I look at that now, my voice is, sometimes it's grounded, sometimes it's nice and loud, and sometimes it just sort of fluctuates. That's to be expected. But what I need to actually work on is the tone of delivery. So most of my videos are monotone. They don't have a color behind it. They don't have a feel or an emotion behind it. And that sort of makes the videos boring. I get it as well, because most of my videos are not, your typical high frequency vlogs where I'm talking about driving cars in Bahamas at the beach or something. I'm talking about, things that are painful for me, basically. But I still need to put forth more ideas, examples, and not be afraid to step out of the box that I'm used to. I usually make examples that are very safe. So if I was to, for example, talk about my withdrawal, what I usually say is I'm tossing and turning in bed at night, but I can actually make that more attractive and more profound and hit harder to you viewers out there. So I can say things like, I felt like a sausage just rolling around the bed at night. Things like that. It sounds like sort of way too comfortable saying that, and it just feels a bit out of the ordinary for someone like me that's so wary of the words that I choose and always try to be on the safe side. But that's all because of the anxiety. There's absolutely nothing wrong with the example I just did, so I need to make that the norm, and hopefully I'll be able to make more sense and words will resonate better as well. Now, in the visual aspect, I noticed that my gestures are very similar in each video. So my hand gestures are usually like that as I say a few words. And my posture as well is usually directed towards the camera here. So I'm not sitting upright. I'm not giving a confident sort of lecture to my viewers. I'm sort of talking directly like this. And it's not a good look when you really think about it, because I need to be able to flow with my entire body and not be afraid to just let loose as well. So the gestures and also my posture, and also, like I mentioned, I think at the start of the video, my eyes. So keeping a nice, comfortable eye contact and not always darting to left or right as I try to think of something. I've got a habit of that even in real life interactions. Whenever I try to think of something, I look left or right as if I need a empty space to gather my thoughts and try then put it out there, feel out. So it's a way to sort of charge up. That's why I look left and right. And last but not least, the final review, of course, is the transcript. So I put everything that I said in the video on ChatGPT, and that's when it was clear that the words I used were repetitive, and words such as so and however, words like that were persistent. And I'd say maybe around 2 or 3 minutes of the video is literally those words scattered around in a 10-minute video. The best way to overcome this is by taking pauses, and it feels ever so painful. It's as if my mind wants to keep filling every silence with words, sometimes words that drag out. Like, for example, if I was to do a essay or an assignment at university, these words would be classified as word count fillers. So I'm just trying to hit the 10-minute mark, in other words. But the more time I take and slow my thoughts down, avoid the filler words, naturally I think I'll be able to flow from thought to thought and have fluidity and ability to link each segment or paragraph. I'm gonna keep doing these small pauses every so often. I'm gonna get used to the uncomfortable feelings, because whenever I do these pauses, I feel like I'm being judged. Like, it gives the viewers, and even in real life situations, the person I'm talking to, it gives them a few seconds to really gaze at me and maybe criticize me in their mind. It's a psychological avoidance I'm trying to do whenever I try ramble. It will come along. All it takes is more repetition, and leaning into the discomfort as well. So with the review, it wasn't too disappointing. I wasn't expecting the best mark out of 10. So 3 out of 10, however, is on the low end. I'll be doing these reviews every month from now on, just so I can work on a few things. And for this following month, I'm going to work on filler words and being able to connect from sentence to sentence, and thought to thought. And hopefully by the end of the month, I'll sound more integrated and easier to follow as well. That's that for this video. I wanted to give a review and a overall judgment of the last video I did in this room here. And also put out there that I am trying to work on my speech and my cognitive as well. Hence why I started this whole YouTube channel. And if you've reached this part of the video, please let me know if you see any difference from this vlog and the previous ones. So I will be ending the video here. And you see, as I try to, end the video here, right here, it's like the words are coming along again, so and stuff, but I'm just trying to keep it composed. So yeah, I'll catch you lot on the next part. And until then, please engage in the comment section, like, subscribe, and enjoy yourselves and take care.